Hi folks, it's David Connolly here from the Insider Club, and I have a little tip for anyone who's interested in day trading or spread betting, okay? Now, I'm kind of an unusual character because I'm not too much into technical analysis, which means I don't really care that much about chart shapes. I'm more interested in events on the ground, like news stories and whatnot, and that seems to be working, at least these days. So let me just show you something which is kind of cool. If we jump on to CNBC here, you'll see that oil is down by over 2%. Can you believe it? Down by over 2% on one day, right? Now, the obvious thing to do when you see that is you think, right, I'm going to bet against the price of oil. Okay, so let's say you go into your platform and you think, okay, well, let's take BP for example. There's an oil company, and you think, right, oil's down, so the share price of BP is going to be down, right? It all makes sense. But then you look, this is a 3 minute chart, and look, we've already missed the move. We're far too late, and it's just not worth it, really. Basically, we are far too late. So, say you say, okay, well, let's try Shell. There's another oil company. I mean, maybe that was just like, maybe we were just a bit unlucky. So we have a look at Shell. We'll go to the 3 minute chart again. And again, a huge drop here. We are really, really far too late here, okay? Now, the last thing that you want to do is start chasing stock prices if you have missed the move, okay? You do not want to do that. It's just a rubbish thing. So the vibe is DC's hot recommendation. When this kind of situation happens and you've missed the move, you want to go to level 2. Now, everybody has their own definitions and terminology and everything, but let me give you my own one. When I'm talking about level 2 here, what I'm meaning, this is the DC definition. What I mean is looking at the companies that are heavily tied in to oil, okay? So, for example, the airline industry is very heavily tied into oil, okay? Because the airline fuel is a massive cost for airline companies, right? Can you handle that? So, if the price of oil comes down, then it means that the share price in the airline company is going to go up because the airline company doesn't have to spend that much on fuel. Okay, that's the theory. Okay, so because oil has plummeted so much, we're now going to look for an airlines company, and we're going to be betting that that price will go up. Okay, so we can head on here and do something like EasyJet, something like that. We can come on and maybe have a look at a 3 minute chart here. And unfortunately, as you can see, it's probably clearer on a 2 minute or a 1 minute chart. As you can see, we've really missed the move here. I think we are a bit too late, unfortunately. So now the question is, well, how many airline companies do you actually know? I mean, we can scratch our heads here. Who have we got? Ryanair, I don't know, British Airways or BA. I don't know that many. And the other question is, how do you know who's open? You know, which airline companies are actually open in the stock market right now? Who is tradable? Well, rather than just scratching around the henhouse, you can head to David's Day Trading Club. Now, I'm going to redesign this whole website, but I'll probably keep this in somehow. And then if we do find stocks by industry, you'll see a whole bunch of industries here, right? And we can click on major airlines like so. And here's a whole bunch of airline companies, okay? And you can see that lots of them have got a green background. That means that the stock market is open for those particular companies. So they're all tradable right now, okay? Interestingly, I've got a little app on my laptop here, and it tells me the time in New York. So I can see that it's just coming up to 9 o'clock in New York just now, okay? Now, just so you know what's happening, the New York Stock Exchange opens at 9:30, right? So it's 9 a.m. It opens at 9:30, right? In the meantime, as we look through this list, you'll see that we've got loads of these. Some have got a bright green background, some are white, okay? Now, where you've got these white backgrounds, with a few rare exceptions, these will be airlines that are involved in the American Stock Exchange, right? Or the New York Stock Exchange, even. So here's American Airlines. There we go. There's a good solid company, right? So we can click on this. And if we have a look at American Airlines, now, by the way, just so you know what's happening here, I had a look at all of the, not all of, but I had a look at some of the airline companies in Europe, and we are too late, okay? Trust me, there's just no point. But the New York Stock Exchange has not opened yet, so we're not too late for that, right? So if I have a look at American Airlines, this is a 5-day chart, and we can see that they really dropped there, and then it leveled across, right? We can also see something that's kind of concerning. We can see that pre-market, they are down by 1.43%, which is a pretty big drop. So something must have happened overnight that's bad news for this airline company, okay, American Airlines. Now, we can, I'll show you a couple of tricks here. We can copy the stock symbol for American Airlines, head to Twitter, and what you want to do, we want to do is chuck in a dollar, chuck in a dollar sign, and then the stock symbol, AAL. And if we go to news or latest, then you'll see they've lowered their forecast for the first quarter, okay? So the analysts are all seeing all sorts of bad news. If we go to latest on Twitter again, they are expecting bad news. Now, if this seems a bit quick, it's only because I checked this before I came on, right? So it's looking bad for American Airlines. One of the other things you can do, just to show you, is there's a site called StockTwits, and sometimes it's nice to go there and check the vibe out there. So here we go, AAL is American Airlines, and if we have a look around StockTwits, and you'll see American Airlines reports decline in February, okay? So we can see that they've got some bad news going on. So I would want to be avoiding American Airlines. If we then go back to the Insider Club, and we'll find another one, right? Let's try Delta, for example, and I'll act as if I haven't just looked this up 10 minutes ago, right? Well, with Delta, if we go to look at the chart here, right, 5-day chart, they had a huge drop here, okay? So that means, to me, I'm positive here. This means there's room to move up, right? The last month, not been too good. Last 6 months have been pretty good, and they've not opened yet. Now, if you look at the pre-market, it's down 0.5%, but it's not too bad, you know? And if we jump on to Twitter again and have a look, I'm going to do DAL, right? That's the Delta symbol. And I'm just looking for news here, right? Someone saying one of the best companies to work for, blah, 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 blah. Global airline traffic surges. That was an hour ago. And, you know, it's not looking too bad. If I jump onto news here, okay, Delta Airlines, why Buffett bought, so Warren Buffett must have bought. Okay, so they had, look at this, March the 6th, they had they cut their outlook, so that explains why the stock price fell, right? But it never fell by that much, so it could not have been that bad. If we now go on to StockTwits, DAL, and do a search, okay, here we go. So I'm just finding out what the word on the street is here, and lots of people are bullish, lots of green, no bad news, everything looks cool. So check this out. Thanks to the Insider Club, to this page here that nobody even knows about, I now know who I'm going to be going for when the market opens. Right? Pardon me. So, we've got half an hour till the New York Stock Exchange opens. I'm going to pause the video and then I'll come back and I'll maybe put a small little bet on this and we'll see if this actually works, okay? So, I'll talk to you soon. Alright kids, so here we are. It's now 9:43. The New York Stock Exchange has been open for 15 minutes. And as you can see, Delta Airlines is flying. It's flying. And in case you're wondering, well, how come you're not? Look at it going up. Look at this. Look at this. And in case you're wondering why I'm not involved, why I've missed out on this one, well, there's a really technical reason, folks. And the reason is I was downstairs having a cup of coffee and I completely forgot. I completely forgot about this. But that's okay. At least you can see that these strategies do work. If we look at the week they've had, here it is. This is going to just keep going up. There's nothing surer. I'm very tempted to just get involved, you know that? But nah, I'm probably too late. Nevertheless, the vibe is good. Look, see? So there you go. Thank you very much indeed. This is just going to keep on going up, probably all day. But I'm not chasing it because it's not my style. So that's one expensive cup of coffee I just had, folks. Anyway, I hope this video has been useful.